The origin of our family is centered around Porsche.
Really, for me, these Porsches have always been a part of my life. I mean, growing up, heck, my dad took my mom to the hospital the day I was born, and in a '66 911 with fat fenders, and probably broke the speed limit, getting there and then taking me back home. So did I really have a choice to be, entrenched in this
You're born into it, essentially.
Porsche culture? No, I was kind of born into it. Amy and I, when we first got married, we had a little Honda Civic that was, kind of our economical car, and then I talked her into buying a 911. It turns out that was the car that I then took Amy to the hospital when Zayne was born, and so it's kind of like, 20-something years later, the cycle begins again. As I look back now, I didn't realize that I was doing what my dad did 20 years earlier, but that's in fact, what I did, and that culture has kind of, been ingrained in you as well. And so naturally, when it was time for you to get a car, you gravitated towards a Porsche and worked really hard so that you could get one.
I didn't have a Porsche for my first car, which, I don't think a 16-year-old should when they're just first learning how to drive, but I ended up getting a Cayman S in 2009. I'm really fortunate to own a Porsche, and not many 18-year-olds can say that. And I recognize that, and I'm proud of it, because for me it's not just a car. I mean, this is a brand that's been involved in my life since the very beginning. It connects us together as a family.
Most of our best friends have some connection to this brand. There's a sense of kind of brotherhood and family pride that comes into us that drive Porsches.
And if you don't own one, or if you did own one at some point in your life, you still feel a part of the culture.
Yeah, I mean, when we go to Cars and Coffee, for example, it's a way that we go and connect with our friends. I mean, these cars have created a culture and a camaraderie that are unlike anything I've ever seen.
It's been involved at the start of our life, and it'll probably be just as important at the end of our lives.
I'm into the 356s. They're in my blood. It's what I've been building. But I think that, if somebody comes to me and says, I want a car that I can, just put on a pedestal and show somewhere, this isn't the place for them. I mean, for me, it's about building a car that's going to build memories and experiences for them, because that's a part of what I am. There's no greater pleasure for me than to see people actually use and drive these cars and enjoy them. It's like a gift that I want to share with people, that it can be more than just a car. For me, it was a pretty surreal morning, because I was in one of the cars that I've built, and that was your first time really driving the RS at speed, and to be looking in the mirror, and I could see the expressions on your face. The grin was there the whole time.
Yeah,
and I think that it was a pretty amazing experience to be able to kind of rip through the hills today and enjoy that with you. And, yeah, I mean,
thank you. Yeah, it was fun.